Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fatriahan Fabian. I am from class management 23A. Here I will explain about landing in global environment and change. At the first materi, definition of global environment change. Economic and technological globalization, cross-border and competition, and social change and international regulation. And global environment change refers to a condition in which organization must adapt, increase strategy, complex external dynamics such as digital technology advance, international market integration, and demand for ethics and sustainability in the business environment is no longer confined and to local competitor but include companies from all over the world. This change requires leaders to go beyond traditional strategy and becoming flexible, trend-aware, and agile without adaptability and organization risks losing relevant and competitor and the global marketplace. And the next materi, the roles of leaders in fighting global change. And as a change driver, as vision setter, as a culture builder, and explanation implies that leaders are not merely decision makers, they are change driver. Effective leader can identify both threats and opportunity arising from global market and translate them into clear vision understand by all member of organization. Moreover, they must build a culture that embrace innovation and cross-cultural collaboration in globalization world, and traditional authority-based leadership no longer work. Modern leaders must act as facilitator, communication, and inspire world with their trend talk transformation. And the next materi, global leadership competence. Adaptive and open to for and culture, technological and globally literate, and able to make quick decisions and amid uncertainty. Leader operating in a global environment must possess more than managerial skill, highlight cultural intelligence, the ability to understand and respect diverse value and custom across nation. And furthermore, leadership must understand how technological like artificial intelligence, big data, and digital platform and create competitive advantage. Decision cannot wait for perfect information. Thus, global leaders must take cultural risks to the global context. Speed and adaptability and are often more valued than perfection. And the next materi, strategy for landing in global change. Environmental scanning, agile strategy, communication, innovation. And leaders must regularly perform environmental scanning to ensure the organization stay updated on critical issues such as new regulation, global consumer trend, and technological innovation. And strategy should not be right left year plan but flexible framework that can evolve while changing condition. Additional and innovation shall not be treated as one-time project but as a core organization culture. This mindset enable organization to survive and thrive amid rapid change. And the next materi, organization change model according to Jones. Unfreezing to moving to rephrasing that from Lewin's model and recommend talk structure and culture and adapt the classic Lewin model live global context. The first step unphrasing involves creating awareness that change is necessary. The moving step include implementing new strategies such as digitalization or market expansion, and on new practice take hold, reversing a course, reminding them organization norms to prevent regulation, success in the process, defend reinforcing new structure, and lighting organization culture to support change. And next materi, challenge of in landing in global environment. Cross-culture employee resistance and regulation complexity and competitive pressure from global players, and explain that landing in the global era involves more than strategy execution. It requires overcoming physical and structural barrier. Employees from different structural background might communicate or work differently, so leaders must be sensitive and break this gap. International regulation on protection, data protection, and labor standard, and also adds complexity more for global competitors such as Amazon, Alibaba, and digital startup car disrupt the industry almost overnight. Hence, and flexibility, negotiation skill, and are crucial leadership asset. Next materi, the role of technological in global leadership. Digitalization, communication, coordination, data-driven decision making, and automation for efficiency. And stress that technological is not merely a tool but strategy leadership element. Leader must leverage digital platform to improve coordination across international them through cloud system and collaboration apps. Decisions solved based on real-time data, not into alone automation like AI powered customer service or robotic in production help reduce cost and increase speed. However, successful leader combine technological efficiency with human empathy and ensuring balance between and data compassion. Next materi, developing global organization culture. Inclusive and collaborative culture, transparency and accountability, and continuous learning. And organization culture is the foundation of leadership in change. Leader must go beyond enforcing rules. They solve incentive, share value across all employees, and inclusive culture ensure everyone feels respect regardless and of background. Transparency, strike trust in virtual or global team, and continue learning is vital. Support through regular training, global discussion, and knowledge exchange. A strong culture creates silence, help organization remain stable amid global uncertainty. Next materi, case study, global leadership in practice. Transform competitive culture into collaborative one, and focus on cloud and AI growth, and emphasizing empathy and flexibility, and highlight Dave leadership and Satya Nadella, and embrace the principle as Microsoft CEO, and he revamped the company culture from right and internal competitor and competition to open on innovation. He expand business focus toward cloud service via Azure and Umbrage AI as a core advance. Nadella emphasized on empathy show that global leadership is not about dominance but about inspiring people through compassion, vision, and technological foresight. The next materi, leaders as agent, social and environment transformation, sustainability and CSR, and customer social responsibility as core strategy, green leadership, and ethical leadership. And assert that global leader must pursue not only profit but also positive social and environment impact. And green leadership promotes environmental friendly innovation such as renewable energy or waste reduction, corporate social responsibility, and shall not be optional activity integrate into organization core strategy to gain global legitimacy and ethical leadership, and build trust with stakeholder, modern consumer, private responsibility company that care for people and the private. The next materi, summary strategy for landing in global era. Adapt to change, collaborate and across culture, leverage technological and data, commit to continue innovation and uphold ethics and responsibility. And landing in global environment change, as explained by Jones, requires not only ethical intelligence but also social and emotional intelligence. Leader must act swiftly while maintaining long-term vision, and strategy might evolve but core value must stay strong. Organizations that balance innovation, empathy, and social responsibility are stable than those chasing short-term profit, and utility and leadership demand the organization direction and global success. And the last materi, conclusion and reflection. Is my leadership style global ready? Do I brand change or cling to hold wells? And change is not threat, it opportunity. Ensures leaders to view global change as opportunity, not a burden. Every leader, whether at the executive managerial level, has a role as a change agent, transmission, and those start with perfection but consistent small step. And the most crucial aspect is maintaining an open mindset, willingness to learn, and the courage to act in global leadership and grow begins and awareness and adaptability.
Judul studi kasus memimpin perubahan lingkungan global. Aku mau kasih tahu kalian gimana satu negara kecil bisa jadi jagoan banget dalam melawan perubahan iklim. Namanya Costa Rica. Masalahnya, tahun 1980-an, hutan di Costa Rica hilang lebih cepat dibanding kebanyakan tempat lain di dunia. Peternakan sapi, penebangan pohon, pembangunan jalan, luas hutan yang tadinya sekitar 25% di tahun 1940-an, anjlok jadi cuma sekitar 40% di akhir tahun 80-an. Sungai-sungai jadi keruh. Keanekaragaman hayati, yang sebenarnya jadi kekuatan super Costa Rica, perlahan menghilang. Datanya, ini bukan cuma soal pohon yang hilang loh. Sekitar 60% air minum di negara itu asalnya dari daerah hutan. Kalau pohonnya ditebang, airnya juga bakal berkurang. Secara global, penebangan hutan masih jadi penyebab sekitar 10-15% emisi CO2, dan Costa Rica waktu itu juga ikut-ikutan. Tapi, ada sisi baiknya. Setiap uang yang diinvestasikan untuk memulihkan hutan bisa menghasilkan keuntungan berkali-kali lipat dalam bentuk perlindungan dari banjir, pariwisata, dan penyimpanan karbon. Hutan bakau saja bisa menyimpan karbon sampai 4 kali lebih banyak daripada hutan hujan tropis. Jadi, pertanyaannya adalah, bisakah sebuah negara mengubah hitungan iklim jadi kebijakan sehari-hari? Solusinya, Costa Rica membayangkan ulang seperti apa pertumbuhan itu. Mereka bikin program pembayaran jasa lingkungan. Intinya membayar pemilik tanah supaya hutan mereka tetap lestari. Dan dananya didapat dari pajak bahan bakar kecil dan biaya air. Mereka memperluas kawasan lindung sampai sekitar 1/4 dari negara itu jadi taman nasional dan cagar alam. Mereka membersihkan jaringan listrik. Sekarang listriknya 99% berasal dari energi terbarukan. Tenaga air, angin, panas bumi. Dan mereka menjadikan keanekaragaman hayati sebagai mesin ekonomi. Ekowisata sekarang menghasilkan miliaran dolar dan mendukung ratusan ribu lapangan kerja. Kepemimpinan itu bukan cuma pidato, tapi soal angka-angka di buku keuangan. Bikin alam menghasilkan uang. Beri penghargaan untuk perilaku yang baik. Kunci itu dengan undang-undang. Dampaknya, luas hutan kembali meningkat, jadi lebih dari setengah negara, lebih dari 54%, hanya dalam beberapa dekade. Emisi per kilowatt berkurang karena penggunaan energi terbarukan meningkat. Keluarga di pedesaan dapat penghasilan tetap dari tidak menebang pohon. Dan di seluruh dunia, Costa Rica jadi bukti nyata kebijakan iklim yang bisa menghasilkan uang sendiri. Coba kita lihat lebih luas. Kota-kota bisa meniru insentifnya, bayar untuk atap yang mendinginkan. Danai jalan-jalan hijau lewat biaya utilitas. Lindungi hutan di hulu untuk mengurangi biaya pengolahan air. Negara-negara bisa mengalihkan subsidi dari bahan bakar fosil ke layanan ekosistem, membayar untuk penyerapan karbon, penahan banjir, dan udara bersih. Perusahaan bisa mengaitkan bonus eksekutif dengan hasil alam dan emisi yang terukur, bukan cuma keuntungan triwulanan. Ini dia panduan sederhananya. Masalah sebutkan kerugiannya dalam bentuk uang dan nyawa. Data hitung keuntungan kalau masalahnya diperbaiki. Solusi, sesuaikan uang dengan hasilnya, bikin otomatis. Dampak, ukur, publikasikan, ulangi. Memimpin perubahan lingkungan global itu bukan soal ukuran, tapi soal menjadikan hal yang benar sebagai hal yang dibayar, lalu bertahan cukup lama sampai hutan bisa tumbuh kembali. Itu adalah kepemimpinan yang bisa kamu lihat dari luar angkasa.